This ain't no game, Flash. Real guns, real bullets. It's dangerous.
Danger's my middle name.
Mine's Cornelius.
Ain't life a bitch? It's Katrina Porter.
Hi, Anna Serene.
Disclaimer. But first, welcome to Split Happens, everybody else.
Welcome, everybody.
Each episode, this hoe and I discuss a movie both of us love. However, one of us must play the con and attack it with whatever they can. I'm gonna do my best.
You notice how close I've got the button to my hand?
Yeah, you do. Our one rule is the con only has to attack during the synopsis, and if they say anything positive about the movie at all, they incur a penalty and will not have to say something nice about a movie they hate, which the pro, which is Katrina today, will decide.
Mm-hmm.
As the pro, Katrina, catches a slip from me, you're going to hear this sound.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
What are you going to do, Anna Serene? Or what are you going to try to do, I should say?
I'm going to tackle this movie and hope that nobody shoots me trying to do it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a cat puppet?
I do not.
Well, that can only mean we are doing 1991's The Last Boy Scout. Fuck yeah. Oh, we'll get to that.
Yes, we sure will.
Oh, okay.
I'm having a good night.
Yeah, why don't you get your disclaimer out, Don Julio?
Oh, this is going to be fast. I'm drunk. I didn't even bother with a glass this time.
You're literally drinking out of the pre-mixed margarita bottle.
Yeah? So?
It's another sleepover night.
Yay!
That means all bets are off.
Unfortunately, I'm still... I am always on my morning sleep schedule, so I'm getting up at 5:30 no matter what.
But you'll be like,
I don't care. It's worth... No. If my alarm actually manages to go off and I haven't woken up before it, as soon as it goes off, which is birds chirping, by the way.
Of course it
That's
is.
my alarm. I shoot out of bed like there's a rocket up my ass. I can't help myself. There's no snoozing for me. I don't go back to sleep.
You're like that little cowboy in the Looney Tunes. My biscuits are burning.
Oh, Yosemite Sam?
Yeah.
Well, doggone.
Okay, so the last movie we recorded
Yeah.
was Silence of the Lambs, which you've all listened to by now. There was a lot of trivia. There's not a lot of trivia for this movie, which doesn't mean it's not great. Mm-hmm. It just means what you see is what you get. So we're mostly going to chitty-chat about it.
I got not 0, not 1, but 2 button pushes last time.
And be honest.
Oh, I definitely could have gotten more.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I see you felt pity on me. I don't know what happened.
I'm not an asshole.
I know. Fool.
Well, this movie was directed by Tony Scott.
Mm-hmm. Is he
known...
related to Ridley Scott?
No.
Oh.
That did not come up in my research.
I think he is. They're
He's
brothers.
I don't think so. That's not true. He's known for True Romance
Oh, yes.
and The Fan.
Oh,
Yeah, that's an intense movie. Oh my god.
love that one.
Yeah. The producer, one of the big producers of this movie is Joel Silver.
Oh,
Yes. He's known for, stop me if you've heard these, the Matrix movies, the Die Hard movies.
I may have heard of him.
You may have heard of them. Well, Tony Scott hated working with producer Joel Silver so much. Flames? That he based the character Lee Donowitz, the movie producer and cocaine user and dealer in his next movie, True Romance, on Silver.
No.
And he made sure for that actor to look and act just like Silver did. This movie,
A scandalo.
Joel Silver and Jerry Bruckheimer are credited for reinventing action movies. This was written by Shane Black, and he's known for the Lethal Weapon movies, a movie we're going to do, that we almost did, but we're doing this one, Long Kiss Goodnight, and Iron Man 3, amongst others. This had a budget of $43 million.
What the fuck?
What?
43 million?
Do you see how many bullets there are in this movie?
Bullets. How much are each bullet?
$12,000.
Okay.
Do you know there were 102 blank in this movie? Fill in the blank. There were 102 what in this movie?
Football players.
Fucks.
Oh. 102 fucks.
Yeah, $5 a piece. In the swear jar.
Oh, did you count them out, or did they have that on the internet?
I counted. They gave it to me.
Okay.
But also, I double checked because I have trust issues. Well, this movie made $114.5 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You said 91?
It came out in 91, yeah.
What else came out that year?
Batman Returns?
Nope. Maybe.
I think Batman Returns did.
I don't remember. I don't think anything else came out. You know what came out this year? The English Patient.
That is hysterical.
Is it really?
I have The English Patient in my notes.
No, you do not.
I swear, we'll get to it. The original script was way darker than the film.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
And both Shane Black and Tony Scott said it was better than the movie.
Oh my god, guys.
Joel Silver and Tony Scott said they hated making the movie. The composer, Michael Kamen, said he hated the movie.
Oh, yikes.
But he only agreed to do the score because of his friendship with Joel Silver and Bruce Willis.
Yikes.
Yeah. Silver and Willis never worked together again after this movie.
Ouch.
Right. So Joel Silver was a part of Die Hard 1,
Yeah?
but not 2. Not 3.
Oh, no.
Supposedly there was a lot of testosterone running around the set of this movie.
What?
I mean, if you but like all of these guys were kind of like peak. Like Bruce Willis was doing all of these movies. Joel Silver was doing all of these movies.
Yeah, I got it in my notes.
Tony Scott was doing all of these. How's that a con?
We'll get to it.
Putting chicken on the table.
I'm not challenging his testosterone. We'll get to it.
I don't know. Didn't put in my notes, but and I swear to God, everything I'm going to say is true. Bruce Willis would like dress up as not Bruce Willis and like talk to the crew and be like, well, so what do you think of Bruce Willis?
No, he did not.
And they all were like,
Bruce.
The crew said it was like kind of a combination of being funny and sad.
Oh, Bruce,
Right?
no.
Because he was like famous. Like he had done Die Hard at this point.
Oh, honey.
Right. He'd met Alan Rickman at this point.
Even if people don't like you, just assume that they do. At
You
that
would've
point, your face is too recognizable. Just assume that everybody loves you. Or that everybody hates you, but you gotta pick a side.
Well, you know what you don't have to assume because I'm going to tell you.
What?
That's all my pre-synopsis trivia.
No!
I told you I didn't have much.
You didn't say anything about Damon Wayans.
I'm going to get there.
Fuck me. Oh boy, I'm gonna do my best, but as you already pointed out, I pre-gamed pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Play the fucking song.
Get it over with.
Let the games begin.
Our movie begins with two of my favorite things. Football and a catchy theme song.
Let's talk about the song.
Friday night's a great night for football. What else needs to be said?
Well, I can tell you what he says.
What?
He gets really specific. The cats and the stallions are ready to do it.
Honest, Serheen.
Yeah.
Have you watched a Sunday night football game or a Monday night football game?
Not never.
Okay, well, right now it's Carrie Underwood that sings it, and you're going to be shocked by this magic. Every week,
Yeah.
who she mentions in the song
Yeah.
changes based on who's playing.
Well, He says every seat's the 50-yard line, and that just isn't true. There you go. Argue that. What does Carrie Underwood have to say about the 50-yard line?
That every seat's on the 50-yard line.
That's not true. You know that's not true. Because otherwise, those seats wouldn't be a gazillion dollars.
Yeah, they're so expensive.
Dude.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly to buy some Chiefs tickets. I was like, holy shit.
I know.
It's like $8 billion for the nosebleeds.
Gotta pay that coin for that Patrick Magic.
No, he's not worth it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't say that during the playoffs.
Those tickets are so expensive.
Okay. I just saw in the opening credits, co-producer Steve Perry.
I did see that.
Could that be the Steve Perry?
It probably. And you know what's wrong about that?
Did he write the song?
Did he sing a single song in this? Was he singing about Friday nights being a good night for football? Friday nights are good for football.
That song would take 8 minutes if Steve Perry sang it.
Thank God.
It could have been a ball! We see a football game being played in the rain, and the players are getting a bit scrappy with each other, and I'm here for it.
You would.
Yeah, I am.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like what?
All of
Pa-pow, pa-pow!
it. Kapow. Well, it's raining.
Yeah?
It could be a thunderstorm.
Well, okay.
Where there's thunder's lightning. That's not safe.
The coach is giving an inspiring halftime speech, which is basically about how much he hates Cleveland.
Yeah, he does.
We see a player named Billy Cole who takes a phone call from someone who says, "You better get some touchdowns or you're gonna die." But guess who Billy Cole is?
I do know this.
You do know. It's Billy Blank, the man who tie-bowed his way into our hearts.
Oh, boy. I almost said something.
What? What'd you almost say?
Nope.
Anna,
He's in this movie.
he shines, doesn't he?
Oh, my God.
Leaves an impression.
This is going to be tough.
With his muscles.
He is a cast member.
Okay. Not for long. Fourth quarter's here, and you can tell that Billy is ready to get on the field and score some points. He catches a pass, runs for the touchdown, and that's the end of the game. Nothing to see here.
Wait, what? Excuse me. No, that's not all what happens.
That's what I remember.
Really?
And then he said, "Guys, I gotta go. I've got a charity event to attend."
Huh.
That's what I remember.
But what really happened? Let's do a clue.
Ba-blam, ba-blam, ba-blam. Okay, so clearly he's doing a little sports gambling, and this is a close game, and he wasn't able to score as many touchdowns as he may have bet on, so he may have done like 27,000 pounds of coke, and then he shoots a bunch of people, and then right before he shoots himself, he says,
Hey, life up, bitch.
I just want to point out
yeah,
that the singer clearly promised that Friday nights would be a great night for football, correct?
yeah,
Is the game being played in this scene on a Friday?
yes.
Well, I wouldn't call this a good night, so that's a lie, and it's a con.
I mean,
Memorable is not the same thing as
not
good.
to get dark, but
Hey kids, here's a player blowing his brains out. Yep, those are his brains. I wonder if his brains breached the touchdown line. Did they measure it? It's so fucking dark.
4th and inches. What the original line was, which you won't get, no offense, but the original line was, "I'm going to Disneyland," and that's a lot of people who win the Super Bowl. That's what they say after, "I'm going to Disneyland," because there's always a parade there anyway. But it got changed to "Ain't life a bitch," to which I say, sometimes, but don't lose hope.
Did they
What? Do they really go to Disneyland?
really go to Disneyland?
Yes, they do.
They really do?
There's a parade, yeah.
That was the happiest place on earth, supposedly. I would know. I've never been to any of the Disneys.
Here we go. I was 4 years old. I had absolutely no decision in this. I was 4.
Were you really?
Yes.
God damn it, I would have been 3. I was clearly okay to go to Disneyland or World, whichever it was. I wouldn't know. I refuse to learn.
I stole a smooch from Donald Duck. Give me those big orange lips.
So glad you ain't wearing no pants. Oh, sorry.
You know why you're my favorite.
This owner of this
Marcone.
team, he's no good. And I don't like the cut of his jib.
Next, we see a sleeping Bruce Willis, who plays Joe Hallenbeck. And he is in his car, and some little assholes throw a dead squirrel in his car. And I don't like that. I love squirrels.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
This is such a Bruce Willisian performance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean, he has no range.
How dare you?
I'm surprised he didn't grab the squirrel, the dead squirrel, and be like, you look like you had a rough night too, pal.
Well, they attempt to steal his wallet, and he almost shoots them, but no worries, everyone's fine.
Huh.
Guess who was almost cast as Joe Hallenbeck?
Ooh, who?
Jackie Nick.
Who? Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
When you do those nicknames, I can't follow along.
Hallenbeck is clearly a private dick with a dark and moody office, and a friend of his named Mike, played by Bruce McGill, gives him a call. Hallenbeck says, I think I fucked a squirrel to death and I don't even remember it. Is that funny? Anna.
That seems like animal abuse.
Anna, why are you laughing?
I was thinking about a commercial I'd seen a while back with berries and cream.
We've all been there, Bruce. Mike says he has a case.
What?
Come on. We're almost a year into this, and you're going to try to trick the people into thinking that there wasn't a moment where you thought you fucked a squirrel and forgot about it?
We're an inclusive podcast.
Yeah, we are. But we don't fuck squirrels. Just to be clear.
Just to be clear, we do not. I would never. Also, I don't even know how that would work.
Let's go a step further. Nothing. None. No animal. Nothing.
No animals.
No. Oh, that Kraken.
That's not a real thing. Again, I don't care what his abs look like. And I'll just go ahead and head you off at the pass. That includes Skeletor. Going down on you.
Oh, no. You both ruined and made He-Man and She-Ra better for me.
Oh, looks like I'm having tacos for dinner.
Okay. Mike says he has a case for Joe and that there's an exotic dancer who's getting spooked out and needs someone to guard her. And this piece of shit says, I give her a 3 on my finger scale.
Gross.
And you know what I was thinking. I
Like
can't
2 in the
wait
pink,
for this
1 in the
fucker to
stink?
die.
Oh, okay.
Dead. Hope he's dead. Cut to Jimmy Dix, who is played perfectly by Damon Wayans, and he is surrounded by a bunch of pills and a naked lady. And then we see an absolute monster of a person attempting to drown a woman in a hot tub because she won't give him a blowjob.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I actually didn't care for that scene.
You know what should have happened?
What, he should have died too?
No. There should have been an arrest. And there should have been one of those criminal things filed.
Like a police report?
A police report. There should have been a police report filed at this point saying this person attempted murder.
Well, something better than that happens. More effective. Jimmy throws a football at him and hits him in the face.
Oh, that's just like prison.
Touchdown. Guess who was considered to play Jimmy Dix?
Somebody white?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I'll give you another clue.
Okay.
He's a real dickhead. He might have a rose garden.
Who? A rose garden? Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
As Jimmy Dix?
Yes. Think about it. Joel Silver.
Yeah.
He did all the he was part of the Lethal Weapon movies.
Not once could you ever consider Mel Gibson as a football player, an NFL football player. I damn near said NHL right there.
Oh, but
I
you
know.
fixed it. Well, Joe arrives home, and he and his wife are clearly not getting along. And we see a lovely picture drawn by his daughter Darian, and Santa appears to have decapitated someone. So they must be on the naughty list.
God, my forehead is all crinkly.
Oh, because of the Mel Gibson thing?
Yes.
Gotta let that go. Your face is gonna freeze like that.
Ow. The way he talks about his daughter is horrible.
Your goddamn mouth,
Oh,
Joe.
Christ, Sarah, you let her wear enough makeup. She looks like a goddamn raccoon. I come in the house, I think, Christ, it's a burglar. I almost shot her twice.
Oh, hilarious. That's his daughter.
But he didn't.
But he almost did, and now he's joking about it. This guy is far too flippant for my tastes.
Far too flippant
Yes.
for your taste?
Mm-hmm.
How did you choke that out of your mouth?
I don't know. I numbed it with tequila.
Well, guess what Joe sees?
What?
He sees that a toilet seat is up in the bathroom, and he immediately says, "Who's the guy in the closet?"
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm. He tries to get his wife to say who it is by threatening to shoot the closet. She tries to gaslight him, and he's having none of it. Uh-oh, it's that piece of shit Mike.
God damn it, Mike.
He's like, "It just happened, Joe." And Joe's like, "You tripped, slipped on the floor, and accidentally stuck your dick in my wife." You're laughing. Mm-mm. It's funny, right? Funny when he said that.
No, I was thinking about something else.
What?
I was thinking about how Ben and Jerry's came up with Cherry Garcia.
Well, get your fucking head in the game. We're talking about Last Boy Scout.
It's ice cream. Hey, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Don't try to distract me with Tom Hanks. Or ice cream. You know how I feel about mint chip. Joe gives Mike a solid punch in the tum-tum, but says he will still take the job. Mike starts his car and gets blown up, and we are all really broken up about it.
You know what you should be broken up about? They blew up the fucking dog.
No, they didn't. That dog was fine.
You can see the ball, like the tennis ball, inflamed.
Stop.
That represents the dog.
No, that dog was fine. You see it on the lawn.
No, you do not.
I
I looked
saw it.
specifically for the dog. I'm like, oh, they blew up a dog.
No, they didn't.
KATRINA is going to be like, KATRINA's going to be like, no, the dog's totally fine. He's chewing a bone.
The dog's fine.
No, they blew up the dog, so.
It's strip club time. Well, Jimmy Dix is doing shots of vodka, and they are drinking to Alex the astronaut. We find out later what that means, but spoiler alert, it's sadder than an empty queso buffet.
That is sad.
It
All
is.
the things you're saying is sad.
Well, we learn that Jimmy's girlfriend is Corey, and she is the person who hired the bodyguard because there is trouble afoot. Corey is played by the gorgeous Halle Berry.
Mm-hmm. What kind of actress is she? How good is she in this movie?
She's beautiful.
How good of an actress is she in this movie?
Well, that's your question. I have a question for you. I'm going to give you 3 guesses.
Okay.
Wait, what did we do?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking.
Oh, is it who was considered for this role?
Who was considered? There's one person that I know of that was considered instead of Halle Berry.
I'm just going to go for it.
Yes.
Rita Wilson.
No.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. I am going to say, because this would have been 1991,
Yes.
so at that time, I'm going to say Ricki Lake.
You were so far off.
Okay. I get one more guess, though, right?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm going to blow your fucking mind.
Okay.
Mel Gibson.
Close. It was Grace Jones.
What the fuck? No, it was not.
That's who Tony Scott wanted. And then probably literally everyone else was like,
No.
we're going to go with this beauty queen over here with who just won like Miss Michigan or something. Yeah, we're going to go with her.
We want people to be sad that she's died, not terrified when she's on screen.
I love Grace Jones. She's mesmerizing
and
terrifying.
I desperately, I think I might have to edit all of this out because I don't think she would listen to our podcast, but I don't want to risk it. When did Boomerang come out?
Ooh, I don't love that movie.
I know, but she was in that.
I don't know. Or 90s, early 90s.
I mean, maybe that was like, she was like in the time.
Maybe. Well, she wasn't in this. Well, Jimmy sees Corey talking to Joe, and Jimmy goes over to warn Joe off. Mm-hmm. Joe lets Jimmy know that he is guarding Corey, and Jimmy throws some ice in Joe's face and says, "You couldn't guard a glass of warm piss."
And then somebody makes a dig at Prince. He disrespects his... He disrespects... Fuck. He puts some shame on his name.
Well, Jimmy's very complicated.
Well, I'm taking off my earrings.
And as we talk about often, he's grieving.
It wasn't Jimmy that made that joke. It was Joe. Joe's the one that doesn't like Prince.
Joe doesn't like anything, including himself. That's where all of his negative feelings come from, about himself.
His positivity should start with Prince, like everybody.
Well, Jimmy's wearing his testicles on the outside, and he grabs Corey and he makes her leave. Joe
Yeah.
is in the middle of a flashback of a time when it appears he was a Secret Service agent, but then he gets hit over the head by 4 guys, and they say Joe's gotta die.
That's an inconvenient timing. And also, he pushes a fucking NFL quarterback with one hand.
He's really strong.
He better be incredibly strong.
Well, and as we learn not too much further in the future,
Yeah.
Jimmy, he's all fucked up.
Sure, but he wasn't NFL, National Football League.
It's Legion, but okay.
Oh, National Football. God damn it. God damn it. You fucking suck.
Legion. It's the National Football Legionnaires.
Oh, the league.
We're going to do Slapshot, and you're going to be able to make fun of me the whole movie because I'm not going to know anything.
Can't fucking wait. Are we actually going to do Slapshot?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should do it. We're just going to have a lot of apologies. We're going to be like Nirvana.
Oh my god. No apologies.
Oh, actually, we're going to be anti-Nirvana. Wait.
This might end up being our longest episode ever.
Sorry.
With the shortest amount of time. I'm not kidding, but this is great.
Oh, God. I've got so many more pages of notes.
We're in the beginning.
Oh, shit.
There hasn't been like a single fucking murder except for the guy who killed himself.
Okay, well... Okay, Corey tells Jimmy she wants him to go back to her place so she can give him a birthday present, and that it will help him get his old job back.
Wait, so she's going to give him a present?
Right. They're like kind of laying around. They're
Yeah.
just having alone time.
Sure, and then what happens?
And then she says, she's like, oh, I'm so relaxed. I feel like a puppy. And,
No.
Oh, that's what I remember.
No, she didn't. No, she goes with something a little bit closer to what she's comfortable with.
no, remember like in a lot of the commercials around Christmas time when you're going to get a car, but they put a bow around a puppy? She's like, I'm like that.
And then she's like, no, this is definitely not a puppy. I'm like a kitty cat. Because it's a precursor to fucking Catwoman. Catwoman. I just want to remind you what that basketball scene looked like. That had 8,000 cuts to it. 8,000 cuts. Because she couldn't dribble a goddamn basketball.
Can you?
Yes, I can. Again, I just want to remind you that Michelle Pfeiffer really wanted the Catwoman role, and instead it went to fucking Halle Berry. I purr. Why is she talking about fucking purring anyway? It's weird.
Because they're cuddling.
I cuddle.
No, you don't.
No, you don't cuddle. You eat queso.
Corey sees that Joe isn't waiting for her and wants to go back inside and wait for him, but Jimmy and his gigantic insecurity complex is like, no, I've got this. Joe tells a series of fat jokes to get away from the bad guy.
Sure does.
And then he casually stabs him in the neck.
Mm-hmm. Casually murders a person, okay?
Who was going to murder him? Corey gets in her car, but is almost immediately cut in front of by someone and does exactly what I would probably do. She gets out of her car to talk shit, but then she gets shot to bits.
She drives a Corvette.
Right.
Corey, the exotic dancer.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's called now. Private dancer?
Don Julio, we learn later that Jimmy bought her 2 cars.
That just seems strange because she's not a 50-year-old white man, but whatever.
That's a cool-ass car.
Dude, you don't have to tell me. I think we all know how I feel about Corvettes.
Okay.
I love them.
Okay, well, she gets shot to shit. Blam, 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 blam.
Okay, so she... Strike that. She drove a Corvette.
Joe kills several of the bad guys, and then the coppers show up, and they start to become suspicious that Joe has been on the scene of 2 violent crimes in 2 days. We also learn that Joe once saved the life of the president and that a person named Senator Baynard got Joe fired from his job due to Joe finding Baynard hurting a woman and he hit him.
Hurting a woman. That's a very mild way of saying it.
It wasn't nice. And I have in my notes, okay, get ready to defend the movie from a foxtrot.
Yeah. Right before that, I just want to say,
I'm going to drink.
Everyone's a smartass in this movie, and there only needs to be like 2 tops. There's too much smartass. Not everybody in the world is a smartass. No. No, that's not true, because I'm a smartass and I recognize my tribe. And I can tell you, in the real world, we're hard to find. And then, oops, foxtrot alert.
Okay.
Do we want to remind people, which is once again, what foxtrot means?
Foxtrot is a gay slur.
Yep.
It's not nice. We don't condone it.
We don't say it. That's why we say foxtrot.
Foxtrot. Okay, it's bad. I agree.
Defend it.
No, Joe and Jimmy head to Corey's place. And clearly, someone has trashed the place looking for something. Jimmy tells Joe that Corey used to date Sheldon Marcone, who's the owner of the Stallions, which is the team that Jimmy used to play for, and that Billy Cole played for the night he got a bit killy. Billy Killy.
You know, Jimmy is handling things awfully well, considering he just saw the woman he loves get 1,000 bullets in her tummy.
He probably has 1,000 milligrams of OxyContin running through his system.
Nobody takes death like they should. Nobody sees a corpse in this movie and has a proper freak out.
Listen, we all handle tragedy differently.
All of these people handle it the same way. With snark.
Did I tell you where this is? It's Snarkville, California.
Very cute. Nice try. Thank you for that attempt, my sweet angel.
Okay, Jimmy finds a recording in Corey's apartment of a phone call between Marcone and Baynard. Little pop there. just my wrist, it's okay. But Jimmy fucks the tape up because he can't do anything right. Jimmy gets in Corey's other car to drive home when it clicks in Joe's head that Corey's car might be wired. And he saves Jimmy's life.
Convenient.
You say convenient.
Yes, I did.
But us in the law enforcement.
No. Fuck no.
I'm beginning to sense that this particular perp has an MO that involves explosives, and not the kind that comes out of your butt after eating too much dairy.
But C4, the C4 is calcium. For real.
That's what C4 stands for.
Yeah.
Calcium for real. Well, 2 roughnecks try to get the info that Corey had, and Joe tricks these idiots into shooting the trunk of the car that has the C4 in it. But then the cops show up again, and they know something hinky's going on.
I'm pretty sure you can't be that close to C4 when it explodes and lives.
Of course you can.
No.
Do you know how many examples we have of that being okay?
How many?
Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3. Jimmy goes with Joe to Joe's house, and we meet one of the best characters of the movie.
Who?
Joe's daughter, Darian. Danielle Harris played Darian perfectly, and she said that this is one of her favorite roles.
Yeah, everybody loves to play an asshole.
She's hysterical.
She is an asshole, and their relationship is really unhealthy.
You know, I'm not to get psychological with you.
Oh, please.
But you're seeing on screen.
Yeah.
You as a teenager.
How dare
You're welcome.
you?
Oh, I thought I was giving you a compliment. Oh my God, that was exactly you.
I never watched Scarface when I was a teenager.
Donkey, that wasn't Scarface. Do you want to know what it was she was watching?
Scarface.
Lethal Weapon.
No, it was Scarface.
That was good trivia. It's Lethal Weapon, because all these guys did Lethal Weapon. It was Lethal Weapon. She ruined my trivia.
That was good trivia.
Darian is only speaking to Joe via a cat puppet. When Darian sees Jimmy, she's like,
That was that number in the back of your head. Was that like a license plate in case somebody tries to steal it?
No, it's a football thing. It's my high school number.
So when do you graduate?
You want to be left alone, don't you? I'll be in the kitchen.
I love her. She is hysterical. Briefly, there was a Lethal Weapon TV series, and Damon Wayans played Roger Murtaugh, the Danny Glover character.
Says you.
Well, Joe and Jimmy are having a drinky, and Joe says, I wish the sky wasn't blue, I wish water wasn't wet, and I wish I didn't still love my wife.
Christ.
Jimmy toasts to Alex the accountant, and we learn that Alex is Jimmy's son, who died when his wife was killed by a drunk driver while pregnant.
Oh, here we go.
Alex, you heartless harpy, lived for 17 minutes in an incubator, and Jimmy says he had time for one dream, and then he died. Did this movie win an Oscar? Because I'm getting real English patient vibes.
There's always a dead baby in these. Every time.
Yeah, it's not an action movie. If there's not a dead baby.
That's right.
What?
Man, weren't the 80s great?
Follow-up question.
Yep.
Which other action movies had dead babies?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Which scene in that was Die Hard?
It was in the middle, right before he stepped on glass. And then it was in Lethal Weapon 1, Lethal Weapon 2, Dead Baby 1, Dead Baby 2.
Not real.
Dead Baby with a Vengeance.
May God have mercy on your soul. Joe catches Jimmy doing drugs in the bathroom, and Joe loses his shit. Jimmy tries to explain that he uses drugs because of the pain from playing football and losing his wife and kid, and Joe could be a little more empathetic at this point.
I know drugs are bad, okay? But who just opens the bathroom door with someone in it?
They're dudes.
Rude. Okay, and all of the things that Billy says is sad.
Mm-hmm.
Addict talk. This is so addict.
Anna?
Yeah.
Did you just call Jimmy
fuck.
Billy?
That's in my notes.
Remember? Billy blamed himself in the very beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm. So all of the things that Jimmy says, don't look at my addiction, don't look at what's going on. This is all the reasons why. I've seen like every single intervention.
Hey, Jazz Hands.
Yo.
He's a fucking addict. Jimmy leaves. Darian's standing outside. She calls him by his name and asks him to sign her football card. And she tells him that Jimmy was Joe's favorite player and that when Jimmy got busted for gambling, he quit watching football.
How convenient.
This movie has so many layers.
I don't care how sweet the situation is. A guy standing by a bed silently staring at someone sleeping is unbelievably creepy.
Anna.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens every time your son stays in my house? How do I wake up in the morning?
Well, he's 8.
Finn's just standing by my bed. Oh, are you awake now?
That's a child trying to get a Kindle.
Can I have my Kindle?
This is an adult looking at another adult.
Does he know where the Kindle is?
He was probably there for 2 hours just staring at her.
Yeah, you're welcome. He's patient. Jimmy meets some more hooligans and they throw him over a bridge, but thankfully playing football gives you bounceability. And he survives. Yes, it's a football term.
Bounceability?
Yes. Everyone knows about it.
I have my doubts.
No, you have bounceability or scramblability.
Okay, well, bounceability is not a thing, and I've got more follow-up questions and doubts about scramblability.
Did you see Jimmy go over the bridge and flop on that car and then bounce off of it and still have abilities?
I say he doesn't look like a football player to start.
Well, little Kyler Murray, who plays for the Arizona Cardinals, is like 4 foot tall. He literally can't see over any of the football players when he throws the ball. It's hysterical. The coppers get wise that Mike was sleeping with Sarah, the wife, and they are starting to suspect that Joe might be in on the hijinks that had been going on. Sarah, the wife, is played by Chelsea Field. Guess who she's married to in real life?
Mrs. Fields. Cookies.
No. You want a hint? He was one of 2 main actors in one of your favorite TV shows that was in the 80s.
Yeah, that really narrows it down.
They didn't jump places.
Quantum Leap?
Yeah.
Scott Bakula?
Yeah, that's what she's married to.
Oh, it's Scott Bakula.
Yeah, she's very pretty, but she's a gaslighter.
In this, not in real life.
4 more wise guys show up at Joe's house and tase him, but before they leave, one of the coppers shows up. They use Joe's gun to kill the cop, and of all the bad guys, I think these are the worst. Isn't one of them Milo? That smarmy fucker.
He is smarmy.
He's
This
good.
movie is filled with character actors that we
He's good, though.
have seen.
Right.
in other movies.
And love.
We have loved them in other movies, for sure.
What about this one?
They're in it.
Does he convey smarm?
Yes.
So he's effective.
No. In a glass case of emotion.
Let me consult the list. Because it fits the theme of this movie. I would like you to say something nice about Batman and Robin. Because these guys are duos. They're friends. They're solving crimes.
I like nipples.
I'll give that to you because that was a borderline button push.
Thank you, God.
Let that be I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Good. And now that it's over, I'm just going to say I'm indifferent about nipples.
Well, these bad guys work for Sheldon Marcone, the owner of the Stallions, which I've said several times now that I say it out loud. Jimmy, Sarah the wife, and Darian are being interrogated by the Fuzz, and Jimmy tells Darian he's going to find Joe. Marcone is bitching about the ratings being down, so he's going to bribe some senators to legalize sports gambling. But that Senator Baynard wants more money or he will turn Marcone in.
I can't believe this whole movie is about sports gambling.
I love it so much. Marcone tells Joe that they are going to kill Baynard and frame Joe for it. I am totally okay with the killing Baynard part, but I'm on pins and needles seeing how Joe's going to get out of this scrap of a mess. He's in a tight spot.
You know what? I'm going to go and say probably with snark.
I hope so. I was always worried that if I had to get myself out of scrap, I would need like a weapon. But if I could just use snark.
Some clever wordplay?
Yeah. Jimmy is outside of Brainerd's house who's trying to figure out what to do when he gets startled by Darian. That rascal snuck into his car and was to help find Joe. And because Jimmy is incapable of making smart decisions, he lets her tag along.
Yeah, this is when it goes to like, this little girl is not an actual person, an actual young, developing girl that can be frightened of things and could be traumatized forever by things. And they're just like a comedy piece.
She's not a comedy piece. She's a badass.
She is not a badass.
She is. She brings the cat puppet and a gun.
What is she doing with a gun?
Well, those are two things that can disarm somebody.
What is she doing with a gun?
Well, he's a private dick.
Is she?
Well, look, we don't have time to talk about being sensible with weapons in your home. Should it have been locked up in a cabinet?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's fucking his best friend and hiding him in a closet, the mom is. Sarah the gaslighter.
Yeah.
Dad's, potentially fucking a dead squirrel. Things aren't going great in the Hallabacker house or whatever their names are.
No, this house is extraordinarily toxic. This is like a case study for CPS. Like this place is not okay for raising a child.
I'm sorry, is this movie called The Last Leave It to Beavers?
Man, these guys love C4.
Yeah, they do. I told you.
Well, that's ridiculous. How much C4 do they fucking have?
As much as they need. So they decide to follow Brainerd, and as he's leaving his house, Brainerd is meeting with Marcone in the woods, and Joe is there. Jimmy leaves Darian in the car and goes to see what is afoot. The rapscallions make Joe hand Baynard's bodyguard a briefcase that has, you guessed it, some more C4 in it.
What?
And they photograph him so they can frame him later.
Assholes.
Jimmy's not good at being sneaky and he gets caught, so now Jimmy and Joe are getting ready to get got, but Darian shows up and makes Joe take the puppet, which she had quickly stuck the gun in.
A gun. An actual gun.
Yeah.
She stuck the gun up that fucking cat's ass so that she could give it to her dad.
Yeah.
In the most obvious, ploy of all time,
Can you make him talk? Go on. Try. Go ahead, take it.
Okay.
But you just said that it was crazy for her to have a gun. So why would these idiots assume that she put a gun in a cat puppet?
I wouldn't trust this kid for shit. If she just showed up out of the woods, out of fucking nowhere, with a cat puppet going, oh, look, this is Mr. Tumbles. They make him talk. You make him talk. Take the fucking cat. And just shoves it in his... Not no one was like, kid, we don't have any time for a stuffed cat. We've got some killing to do. And she's like, funny you should say that.
Bow, bow, bow. I think they've avoided being around children all their lives. Because they don't want to get in touch with, what's this in here? Their inner child.
Oh.
They're terrified of that more than anything. Well, a kerfuffle with bullets ensues, and Joe, Jimmy, and Darian make their escape. I think Jimmy's car must have played football. Wanna know why?
Why?
Because it goes careening down a hill, but the car has bounceability. And
Right.
it's fine.
This chase scene is the most can't happening thing that ever couldn't happen. And you know what?
What?
All of those cars are victim of a hit and run, and now their insurance is going to go up, and one of them was on the way to giving life-saving medicine to their grandma.
Well, one of the ruffians, Milo, who we are pretty sure is dead, is alive. And while Jimmy and Joe rush to the stadium to prevent the briefcase from blowing everyone up, he snatches Darian. Joe tells Jimmy that if he survives the day, he's going to dance a jig, which Jimmy is understandably confused by.
Yeah, because it's dumb.
My new least favorite bad guy, Milo, says to Joe...
Is your least favorite bad guy?
No, oh, whoops. I hate him so much. That Milo, he's a motherfucker. He's like, I'm going to show your daughter what a fun date I can be. And there are so many in this movie that I just want to fucking kill.
I want to take a gun-stuffed bunny and, like, just
Put some
point
C4 in
blank
it.
right against their temple. I don't
Jim-
like that Joe constantly calls Jimmy son and junior. I don't like that at all.
Well, I think that it's purposeful.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It still is not okay. And where do they get trench coats?
From the trunk next to the C4. Jesus. Jimmy and Joe head to the Stallion Stadium where a big game is getting ready to start, and they go to confront Marcone. The football scene was filmed during the 1990 Holiday Bowl between the BYU Cougars and the Texas A&M Aggies.
But Holiday Bowl, so is it like over Christmas?
Well, all of the bowl games are around the holidays. So, like, Ty and I just went to see KU in the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah?
And that was, like, the 28th of December, somewhere on New Year's Eve.
All of the bowls?
All of the college bowl games.
There's none in the summer.
No.
Not a one.
Sweetie,
Yep.
they don't play college football in the summer.
Prove it. Also, I don't like this guy just keeps making Joe's daughter call him Uncle Shelly. I think it's gross. And there you go.
Concede.
Thank you.
Concede.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Well, holy shit. It had been so long since I'd seen this movie. Literally, when Marcone shoots Jimmy in the hand, I completely fucking forgot that happened.
Yeah, I was startled.
Yeah.
This poor little asshole kid is going to be traumatized forever and ever.
She's fine. Well, Jimmy does something right, and he throws an explodey thing in the fire, and they make their escape. Joe goes to find the bad guy,
Yeah.
who is going to kill Baynard, and tells Jimmy to create a distraction.
Yeah, how does Jimmy do that?
Well, I have a question for you first.
Yeah.
On a serene.
Yep.
If you were charged with causing a distraction to thwart a murder attempt,
Yep.
what would you do?
Titties.
Well, if you're Jimmy, you jump on the mascot, which just happens to be a stallion. You ride on the field, you grab a football, and then you throw said football at the box Brainerd is sitting in so he doesn't get shot.
Just to be clear.
Yeah. Yes, he can ride a horse.
So Jimmy knows how to comfortably jump on and ride barebacked, mind you, a horse. He even manages to hurdle. He definitely knows how to do all of that.
Of course he does.
How did he learn how to do all of that?
Because he played for the Stallions and they have commercials.
In said commercials,
Yeah.
they jumped from the ground atop the horse. Those are really tall. Horses are really big. I don't think people realize how big a horse is.
You don't think Patrick Mahomes knows how to ride that wolf?
Correct.
Yeah, he does.
No, he does not.
Do you get trained if you want the dollar bills? I mean, you know how many condom commercials are named after stallions?
Gross.
You asked me a question of how he knows how to ride a horse, and I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Condoms. Well, Joe finds Milo the baddie, and the baddie starts shooting the shit out of everyone. And the fight between Milo and Joe is being broadcast on the Jumbotron. Milo gets tossed off the tower and gets Kinzu knifed by the nearby helicopter blades.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah? What's wrong with that?
That's how a helicopter works. It's just sharp Ginsu knife blades.
Well, how do they work?
Not like that. It a body going into the blades of a helicopter would have taken the helicopter down because it would have stopped the blades. It wouldn't have disintegrated him like a juicer.
Anna.
Yep.
How do you feel about the Indiana Jones movies?
Felt great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you remember anybody getting killed by some propellers and then the plane taken off?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that?
You know what I know about planes?
What?
They have more than one propeller.
Not that one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was the side propellers.
You think those little prop planes in the Indiana Jones movie
Yeah.
has a bunch of propellers?
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, they have the front one and then 2 on the sides.
Yeah, but
And then the one on the back.
Yeah, but 4 people got... There was a guy in the front.
Mm-hmm.
2 on the sides got killed. 1 in the back. And they still took off.
Incorrect. This absolutely would have taken down the entire helicopter. It wouldn't have just, like, juiced a man to death. And then, luckily, the crowd is totally okay with seeing somebody shoot at them for the last 5 minutes. Shooting at everybody. Just a mass shooting. They stay there in the stadium. And then when it all goes quiet, they cheer.
Okay, you know my only problem with this?
This is your only problem?
Well, they don't make football games like they used to.
That's true.
I've never seen any of this at a Chiefs game.
Friday night's a good night for murder.
Well, Joe starts dancing a jig. Yes.
God,
Brainerd, who's such a little bitch, tries to get Joe arrested. But Joe knocks him the fuck out. Sarah, the wife, shows up and Joe recites some poetry for her.
This is a very dysfunctional household. This daughter should definitely not be going home with them.
Is this movie called The Last Perfect Marriage? Well, Marcone is such a fucking dumbass that he took the briefcase with the C4 in it, and he gets blown to bits.
Yeah, anybody else with them? Anything else with him in the explosion?
No, I didn't know I was going to have to explain everything. Where Marcone lives is a summer house area, and this is fall.
Really?
Yeah.
So what about the 2 dogs that are with him whenever he opens up the suitcase?
They ran away.
No, they did not. They were curious. They're like, this suitcase smells like sausages. And then they got blown up.
Well, guess what? The explosion where Marcone dies
Yeah?
is the same explosion used in Last Action Hero.
Well, that is trivia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's neat.
Yep.
But also,
The dogs didn't die.
the
Joe
dogs
and
did
Jimmy,
die, and it would have destroyed homes around them, and it would have raised the property value, and their insurance rates are going to go up.
Marcone is terrible. You are right. Thank you.
Joe and Jimmy are laughing at these poor bastards that are going to have like super high insurance.
In the last 48 hours, Joe has been almost murdered by 9 different people.
Well, luckily he's murdered 50 of them.
He's smiling now because he survived. And
He's
also,
smiling because he's a fucking psychopath and he's killed a whole bunch of people and he's going to get away with it.
no. And also that he and Jimmy, they've decided to be partners.
Oh, good. You mean like the fucking Hillside Stranglers?
Yeah. The end.
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
Did I actually get a button? No, I didn't. Okay, you tried.
No, what you did, ding dong. You had to say something
Oh,
nice about
fuck.
Batman and Robin, and you said, I like nipples. Fucking liar.
I don't, though. I don't. They're curious little things, aren't they?
What are they even there for, boys?
They're not. Oh, boy. This one was hard. This was another one of those episodes, another one of those movies where I just had to keep reminding myself I had to take notes.
Yeah. Because it's one, and it's part of what your criticism was, like, it's like sarcasm, and it is. Like,
One after
it
every
is.
single person, it has some snark to it.
But it's so funny.
Oh, it's great. I really, really loved it. And I was expecting it to not hold up quite as well as I remembered. And it definitely does.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some outdated stuff, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
Like, there definitely is some, like, toxic masculinity
Oh,
shit.
for sure. Yeah.
More than the majority of the quips are about, it was just There's just criticizing somebody's like masculinity.
Yeah, don't love that.
But it was 1991.
Oh, so good.
I loved it.
Darian is hysterical.
She is. She's a little fucking asshole. And
Oh.
I have a teenage girl.
Maybe that's why I liked her so much. Is she reminds me a little bit of Maddie.
Yep.
Although
like-
Maddie'd be like, I'm not touching a gun, and I'm definitely not going with this weirdo.
If Madeline called me a fuck off,
I would die.
I would be laughing my ass off. I'd be grounding her for sure, because you got to establish your dominance. But also, I'd be like, "Did you hear Madeline call me a fuck off?"
When he just tosses the ice cream outside, I'll show you.
And that little sneaky shit just goes in the freezer. It's like, bitch, I got more.
Right. That
girl.
was Maddie.
That was Maddie through and through.
Good job, Mom.
Like, oh no, I'm so sad.
You threw the shit away I didn't really
I
like.
didn't even like that one. Ugh. That was great. What do you want? A buddy cop?
Oh, yeah. I love action movies.
Me too.
I love them. Like, at some point, I want to do Commando.
Yep. Guys,
Buckle up.
these gals love an action movie.
Oh, yeah.
What would you like to hear from the people?
I literally just said their action movie.
You didn't... Oh, you just want to hear...
Yeah, your favorite action movie. Like, if there's an action movie that you think would be fun for us to do. Like, that you really love, but you don't really know much about it trivia-wise. And you don't want to look shit up, because that's what we're here for.
Kind of.
But yeah. Well, and the laughs.
Well, probably... I mean, chances are pretty good that if there's an action movie that's said, it's already on our list.
Yeah.
We love it. Especially Arnold.
99% of the time when Doug and I was like, I like this movie. We're
Yeah.
like, Doug,
Like,
we got you.
Yeah, Arnold movies are definitely...
Oh, yeah.
Like, damn near all of them. And then I really like Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
We're definitely going to do that. Well, and your favorite is that one guy, right? Seagal? Steve's?
God damn it. We've been having such a lovely time. He's so awful. And I liked Under Siege, that piece of shit.
He ruins everything.
He does.
Yeah, pants.
Pants. Ugh, kimonos. Anyway, please tell us about your favorite action movie. You can get a hold of us so easily. We are at Split Happens Pod on every single social that we've gotten to. And splithappenspod.com is our website.
All those things are true.
It is. I am going to not sober up. Probably should.
Whatever. Okay.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We love you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.